Are you tired of being told that your damage is just not big enough? Well, luckily for you, this video will show you exactly how to get a Requiem as big as mine. Let's watch it. I'm switching my Rakiada's flow to my permafrost bolts because I am only using permafrost bolts together with the Requiem for bosses. Ora, 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 ora. And that's a pretty quick 15 million. Now let me show you a map as well. This is the map I decided to go with. Those are my tablets. Wish me good luck. Whenever I play this build, I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator, shooting with that shotgun. Ooh. I deleted them. Oh god, we got Shroud Walker or whatever the name is. I really hate that skill. Oh, piece of candy as well. I don't want to fight the boss while I am in a breach, so I will go this other way. Ah, fuck it. We are getting no buffs. Let's go, boys. $27? That's nice. And this build feels really satisfying. I wish Sandspeed had a little bit more pack size though. Oh, are we done? Yep. Hello and welcome to the last episode of Unique or Pathetic. At this point I am pretty bored with the game. And I rather use my free time to catch up with some series, catch up with some animes, and play other games. But without further ado, let's get into the build and let me start with the gear. First of all, let me quickly tell you the lore behind the build. So I really wanted to make a high damage crossbow build. And realistically speaking, I only had two options. It was either the double vision crossbow, either the Last Lament. And I have tried both of them, and visually I liked the double vision more just because there is a lot of fire and cold effects going on, like explosions and all that good stuff. But the damage wasn't there. And then I decided to try the Last Lament, and I have also found a good video about it made by a Chinese, I think it's Chinese at least, content creator. I will link his channel in the description, by the way, just because I want him to take credit for the build. And I like the damage from the Last Lament more, and yeah, now you know why I chose the Last Lament. I have corrupted this Last Lament myself. I am a bit scared of double corrupting it, just because at the time of this recording there are no other Last Laments like it on the market. Let me show you. Matched 0. I do not remember how much I paid for it. I bought this a while ago, probably around a month ago. But yeah, so the only upgrade that you could make is to double corrupt it and to get a good corruption, of course. Moving on, we are of course using the Vertex, which is best in slot. It gives us 30 spirit and 4 to all skills, which is amazing. The backbone of this build is life, so we are of course using the, I don't know how to pronounce that name, the Couture of Crimson. Is that it? Whenever I read that name, I think of something French. Like in my mind, I would want to pronounce it like the Couture of Crimson. So yeah, I have also corrupted this one myself. It was very cheap, and I am very happy with the outcome. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we have a combo going on between the body armor, the weapon, and the anoint on the amulet. Basically, the weapon leeches life from the physical damage, and then the body armor makes it so that leech life can overflow, and then the anoint on the amulet is fast metabolism, which makes it so that life leech effect is not removed. So we keep sacrificing life because of our Last Lament, and gaining more life and sacrificing more life and gaining more life, and etc, etc. For the ring, I decided to go with the Grip of Kulmak. I believe I have used the Grip of Kulmak in at least 3 of my videos. You could say that I am a fan of them at this point. I believe they are slept on. I think they are pretty good in my opinion. I am using this ring mostly for the increased maximum life. We are getting 12% from this one, and then from the other one 12 again. So 24% increased maximum life from both our rings, which is amazing. And then on top of that, we are getting extra cold damage, which is really good for our build. We are getting more area of effect for attacks, and 25 spirit, which is huge, right? So 50 spirit in total from both our rings, and on top of that, it has a pretty good corruption. This ring was really cheap as well. I paid 1 divine for it, and then I corrupted it myself, and I am very happy with the outcome. And because we needed 200 dexterity in order to get the 25 spirit from the Grip of Kulmak, I got a Asramentis, which gives me a lot of attributes. Pardon me. It was a pain in the ass to get this Asramentis. There was no good Asramentis with the fast metabolism corruption on the market at the time of this recording. So I bought 30 Asramentis, and then I have anointed them myself, and then I have double corrupted them myself. And this is the best outcome that I got. It could have been much better than this, but yeah, I got unlucky. So yeah. For the gloves, I decided again to go with the Painter's Servant, because we are going triple heralds and we are going Trinity, and those gloves are pretty good. They give us 28% increased extra elemental damage in total. And on top of that, they give us 3 sockets and 12% increased armor break, which is good for us because we are doing the Herald tech, which breaks armor. The Herald of Ice tech, I mean. And they weren't particularly expensive either. I believe I only paid 250 divines for them. For the boots, there were really not many good options. because our build doesn't have any armor, evasion, or energy shield, barely any energy shield. So in the end, I decided to go with the trample toe for more damage. I went with it mostly because of that line that says that deal 30% of the overkill damage, blah blah blah. But also because of the corruption, our build is seriously lacking in elemental resistances, so that corruption was really good for me. And lastly, I am using the All Rats Resolve, Laviangas, and the same charms that I am using in all of my other videos. Now let me quickly show you the stats as well. We are level 97 Pathfinder. We have a lot of attributes, mostly because of our Last Lament. We focus on damage, so we barely have any defenses, we barely have any armor, barely have any evasion, and barely have any energy shield. We don't have any block. Our life is pretty good, and our mana is decent for a ranger. And we have a bunch of spirit as well, right? My elemental resistances are not capped this time. Basically, I am relying on the rite of passage with the spirit of the stag in order to cap them. My chaos resistance is basically non-existent, but my strategy for this build was kill them before they kill you, or attack is the best defense. So hopefully that works out for us. My movement speed is really nothing to write home about. We have only 28% movement speed, and we have 0 rarity. Now let me quickly show you the skills as well. We have a really big and thick Requiem, which is at almost 3 million DPS and 23% critical hit chance. Our critical hit chance in this build was really hard to scale because Last Lament has only 5% critical hit chance, and our critical damage bonus is really high. I'm using galvanic shards for mapping. All my skills are of course double corrupted. I'm using permafrost bolts for bossing together with Requiem, and whenever I am fighting a boss, I am switching Rakiada's flow from the galvanic shards to the permafrost bolts. Those are the supports. I'm using triple heralds. We are doing the herald tech for our Herald of Ice. I'm using Trinity for even more elemental damage, and elemental conflux for even more elemental damage. Now lastly, let me show you the skills tree. I am a Pathfinder, like I said. Those are the ascendancy nodes that I am taking. I'm using the Traveler's Wisdom in order to stack as much increased damage as I can. So all our travel nodes are increased damage, like you can see here. The skill tree is really nothing special. I'm just trying to maximize the amount of increased damage and the amount of jewel sockets that I can get. And we are just taking some movement speed and some critical hit chance and critical damage bonus here and there. Let me show you the jewels. Alright, so that's it for the video. Final thoughts. Personally, I prefer having a little bit more defenses than this, but nevertheless, it was really fun to have this much damage. Now, don't get me wrong, you could probably get even more damage if you used min-max rare items, but the point of the series was to make all those builds playable with only uniques, and that's what I did. I had a lot of fun with this series, but now it's time to take a break because I don't want to get very burned out with PoE 2. And I will probably come back in 0.5. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for sticking around. See you next time. Kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah.